All right, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another week of Cyclone Fight Club here on Fire Pro Wrestling World. We are in officially week 8 of CFC, which means we are now pretty much right at the halfway point of the season. And it's a good as time as ever to check out the standings and see kind of who's been doing pretty well in the first half of this season thus far. And we will take a quick look at that here. The current standings, Akira Tozawa still at the top of the board with a nice win last week, standing at 6-1. Xavier Woods climbing back up to where he was. He suffered a couple losses and it looked like maybe he'd slide down, but he kept climbing back up. Takashi Yoshida with a win, officially now 5 weeks in a row that he has been on a winning streak, and it'll be interesting to see if maybe he can work his way into first place, depending, you never know when Akira Tozawa's next loss may happen. You never know if Xavier Woods will lose. Takashi Yoshida may end up finding his way after, several weeks of winning. Might see himself at the top here. Kenny Omega suffering a loss, as well as Sasha Banks and Tomohiro Ishii all coming in. Actually, I think Ishii got a win last week, so he's been on a slide and came back into it. Omega and Banks, though, suffering losses as well. Banks was on a 4-week winning streak, and that was snapped. Luke Harper coming back into it here. He's 4-3. Of course, just one out from potentially being in the top 4. Pete Dunne, Bray Wyatt, and Matt Hardy are all the same way right now. It's still just about anybody's game here after about 7 weeks. And, of course, we go down to Samoa Joe, the only guy with 3 wins. And then we get down to Matt Riddle, Jervis Cottonbelly, Candice LeRae. I believe all 3 of them suffering losses last week to end up 2-5. And then once again, the slide continues for both Shingo Takagi and Flamita, both sitting at the bottom with 1-6. We'll move over here to the week schedule for this week. We'll find this out. Like I said, it has been a huge week for matches. It'll be extremely interesting to see just how this turns out. Here's our week 8 match schedule. We'll be starting off with the 1-6 Shingo Takagi against Matt Riddle. Matt Hardy versus Luke Harper. Flamita against Candice LeRae. Tomohiro Ishii versus Jervis Cottonbelly. Then we go to the second half. We have Bray Wyatt and Pete Dunne. And then we get to some of our more interesting matchup. Probably I would say at least a triple main event potential here, with Samoa Joe and Akira Tozawa facing off. Sasha Banks looking to avenge the loss of her win streak by potentially taking Takashi Yoshida's win streak that has been going on right now. That'll be in the semi-main event, and of course the main event between numbers 2 and 3, or 2 and 4, potentially, between Xavier Woods and Kenny Omega. Omega's looking to keep up with Xavier Woods here, and this is his time. This week is the time that he gets to face him directly to challenge that and work his way back up into the spotlight. And so a lot of interesting matchups that are going to be happening here. And we'll move straight over to Fire Pro as we will start this off here. Hang on one second as I kind of move my my week schedule so that I know exactly what the hell I'm going to be making. So yeah, huge, just a week full of potential main event dream matches that are going to be doing I think quite well. I'm very excited to see how this week works out, but we start off with Shingo Takagi looking to get a little bit of momentum going, and we'll see if he has what it takes against Matt Riddle, who Matt Riddle above everything as well has just not been able to quite get it going. Only 2-5, and it'll be interesting to see if maybe he can do it. I'm actually more surprised in anything with Matt Riddle. I figured it would work out a little bit better with him than it has thus far in this season. So let's see if maybe he can turn that around against Shingo. But of course, Shingo is a desperate man, and desperate men do desperate things, and we'll see if he will do anything desperate to take out Matt Riddle in our first match this week. It'll also take a second. Since this is the first match, it'll take just a little bit of extra time to actually load up. Oh yeah, then I get to use a fancy stage, which means it's going to take even more time to get it up. And here we go. Shingo Takagi coming out here. Like I said, 1-6 officially. He had a loss in the main event last week to Akira Tozawa. A loss to Takashi Yoshida in week 2. To Matt Hardy, or week 6. To Matt Hardy in week 5. Lost to Flamita in week 4. Looking back here, it looks like his last win for Yoshida actually happened all the way back. Let's see here. I'm sorry, for Takagi. Trying to see here. When was his first? His only win came against Jervis Cottonbelly in week 1. Matt Riddle, of course, coming out as well. And he had a loss against Bray Wyatt last week. And we will move on. See, both men desperate for a win right now. See if what we can get going here. It's actually more interesting to note that Shingo Takagi he won in week 1 and he has not won yet. His one and only win came in his very first match against Jervis Cottonbelly, and since then has not been able to string anything together. But Riddle himself is also kind of in the same boat. He's only had 2 wins. And like I said, it's more of a surprise to find out that Riddle just hasn't been able to get it together. I would have thought, if anything, Riddle would have been, oh my God, bro to sleep immediately. 2 minutes into the match. He's looking to end it already against Shingo. But Shingo just laying in the knees here, doing what he can. This could be an interesting match, to say the least. Riddle throwing all sorts of knees to try to get himself back into it. I don't think Shingo can handle Matt Riddle right now. Running senton, missed the roundhouse. And a DDT. Seems to, nope, Riddle's right back up and back on the offensive. And here we go, a strike exchange between the two of them. Shingo getting the better of that. But Matt Riddle seems to be doing everything he can. Oh, seems to have been caught in a submission. But Riddle doing everything he can to just fight off anything that Shingo tries to do here. See, he got it from behind, but no, got him into an armbar. Long ways away from the ropes, however. Dropping a knee on his face. A lot of knees being used. Speaking of knees, a lot being used in this match already. And there's a nice leg lock. We'll see if perhaps we can get a submission victory out of Matt Riddle. Not a ton of submission victories so far. Oh my God, another bro to sleep. 5 minutes in, he's already hit him with 2 of them. Shingo can't be in a good way right now. Having to deal with that. Running into the corner, locked into a leg lock, but fights back out of it. He seems to be tanking just about anything. Right now, he hasn't hit him with a critical yet. That might be what's keeping him from being able to fully pin him. But Shingo even able to get back. Oh my God. Oh, a solid 2 count on that. Oh my God, burning hammer. We've seen that a lot in his match with Yoshida. But Riddle throws him out, goes to the outside. Let's see what he's got. Oh, armbar, fought out of it on the edge here. Wait, he's got a tombstone pile driver that's counted a 7. Now he's laying in another submission on him. They're at the count of 10. Let's see what he's got. Shingo getting back in at 13. Riddle getting back in as well. Rick Knox keeping a steady count here. Both men able to get back in well in time. Shingo with a nice DDT here. We'll see if he can come back from this. We're only 8 minutes into this match, and it seems as though Matt Riddle has had a strong advantage, but Shingo is doing what he can to try to come back out of it. Like I said, Riddle seems to be in desperate times here, and has already thrown a good portion of his arsenal at him. I feel like it's only a matter of time before Shingo finally succumbs to it. Oh my God, a third bro to sleep. And now he looks to submit him. Still not enough. Getting the rope break, dragging him away. I think maybe if he goes for a pin, that might be enough. I don't know how many bro to sleeps he needs to do. Here we go. Shingo seems to be preparing for something. Here's a roll up. 2 and a 2.9. Shingo almost getting a surprising victory. Hasn't quite been able to. Oh no. Riddle giving him a taste of his own medicine, and that's going to be an easy 3 count after that one. 10.5 minutes. And I think the bro to sleeps definitely is what got him to where he was in that match. Easy win for Matt Riddle. Half Nelson bomb with the pinfall, making it look easy against Shingo Takagi here tonight. Nice win for Matt Riddle. That'll give him his 3rd win. So moving on up and maybe finally getting a little bit of momentum going his way now. Oops. And so we move on to match number 2 of this week. It will be Matt Hardy taking on Luke Harper. Quite the interesting matchup between these two guys here, Hardy and Harper. Kind of two sides of the same odd coin, I would say. And I couldn't pick, and I don't think you could pick anybody better than Big John McCarthy to call this match between Hardy and Harper. Here we go. Matt Hardy coming out first here. Looking at this, one of the many people so far with a 4-3. Hopefully now after a few weeks, we are in week number 8. We still have that pack. We still have that pack of people that are sort of together. And I think the longer we go, the more it's going to be split. And I feel like this week might be the week that we're going to start seeing some splitting from the pack here. 4-3 is kind of the magic number between both of these guys. So one of these guys is going to walk away 5-3. One is going to walk away 4-4. We'll see if perhaps we do have that. I believe it's seven out of the 16 people with a 4-3 record. I feel like we'll see a little bit of splitting right here. Less people sitting with the same record. Luke Harper immediately working in on his head here. Maybe not the smartest idea to be clubbing at Matt Hardy's head. He's already broken. The last thing you need to be doing is working on his head. There's not a whole lot you're going to be damaging at this point. He's already plenty damaged. Hardy not able to get too much offense in right now. Luke Harper making sure to keep him steady. Missing an enziguri is Matt Hardy. But now maybe seemed to getting a little bit back in on him. Stomping away. Let's see if Harper has an answer for it. He does. Oh, my God. He does with a solid headbutt. And Matt Hardy's going to bite right at that forehead. Oh, nice. Body slam. I forget what that's called. Missing the deal with the ropes. Nice little hip toss. Throwing him into the corner. Not able to get anything here. Let's see if Harper can get away with it. Nope. Solid knee into the gut there. Throws him into the corner. And then Harper with a back elbow into the corner. But Hardy's going to throw him into the corner himself now. But Harper going to hit him with a huge headbutt. And then once again, going to work right on the back of the head with that double axe handle. Oh, my God. I don't think I've seen that double knees driving into someone's back like that. Can't be good. But the strike exchange going Luke Harper's way here, but he collapses as well. Not really able to take too much of advantage on it. Nice swinging neckbreaker by Matt Hardy. Locks him into a figure 4. Doesn't give up, though. Fights back out of it and now starts working on his leg. Hardy now bouncing him off the turnbuckles here out of a man who's been doing some shoot headbutts at him. I don't think that's really going to do too much. Matt's signature move, headbutting. 5 minutes into this match, it's been very back and forth. Oh, nice side slam there. See if he can do much with that. Matt Hardy coming back to take advantage. Going for a pin here. Only a 1 count on Harper, though. Not even close to enough to be able to take him down. It looked like we were maybe going to get a strike exchange. Wait a minute. Twist of fate by Matt Hardy. And Harper gets up before him. He's a little bit dazed, but Harper managed to get up before him. One-arm bulldog. Harper coming back, channeling the fighting spirit with a super kick off the ropes. Got him over his knee. Luke Harper tanking a twist of fate, getting up before Hardy. Hardy hitting a leg drop now. He seems to be hitting on all of the cylinders here. I don't think we've really seen much of we haven't seen too much of a leg drop out of him. Big John counting extremely fast. Hardy coming in with a kendo stick. Swing and a miss, though. But he hits him with the ice pick submission. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Able to fight back out of it, though, is Luke Harper. Throwing him off the ropes. Let's see what he's got. Oh, big boot right to the face of Matt Hardy. And then got him. Ooh. Swinging side slam. Picks him back up. Throwing a lot of the heavy moves in his arsenal now. Luke Harper may be looking to end this here. After he got hit with a twist of fate, I don't blame him. But now getting stuck in the tree of woe. Let's see what Hardy else has got him. Northern Lights. Here's the cover. 2 and a 2.9 on the Northern Lights suplex. Not able to get it. And, sit down powerbomb right on the kendo stick. And that might do it. No. 2.9. Missing the enziguri is Matt Hardy. And now he's got the ice pick submission locked in. Luke Harper's got to try to get his foot there. And I think he was able to make it happen. Let's see if he can hit that sit-down powerbomb again as we've hit the 10-minute mark. Coming off here, superplex by Luke Harper. But no, Matt Hardy coming back, looking around. I don't. Seems to maybe get distracted by a fly flying around. I have no idea what just happened. Maybe he saw a flyer for mustard. And here's another twist of fate by Matt Hardy. Will this be enough? No, he's not done with Harper yet. Picking him back up, hits him with the enziguri. Third time's the charm on that enziguri. Luke Harper coming back up, though. Kicked right back down, and he sees the fly again. Seems to be once again distracted, dropping the elbow now. This is allowing Luke Harper time to breathe, time to come back, and he does. With a big slam there. Seems to be rolling up for something. It just hitting him off his knee. And this time, sidewalk slam. And now Harper starts to take the advantage. But Hardy taking him up to the top rope. Let's see what he's got. No! Harper gets him with a headbutt and then misses the big splash. Hardy once again with an enziguri. Bouncing him off. Oh! Slams him down right onto the kendo stick. I don't know what you could call that, what Harper just did. I think he just ran right into the turnbuckle face first. I don't think he realizes you're supposed to do that to your opponent. Oh, looking for another superplex. Doesn't make it happen. Hardy waiting for him off the top rope with a flying clothesline. Both men are down. Harper makes it up before him, though. And after all of this, now we're getting a strike exchange between them again. Calling it up. Super kick. No, Hardy gets up. Rolling elbow. We might be seeing the end here. Another third enziguri. Getting it back up. No, Hardy reversing. Harper running him over. Harper with a nice drop kick. The big man pulling off the drop kicks here. And another twist of fate, and that should be enough here, but he's still not calling for the pin. One-arm bulldog. Why is he not going for the pin? This is just allowing Luke Harper to come at him. He had him in the middle. He hit him with a twist of fate in the middle of the ring, and he refused to pin the guy. This is after I went and got another goddamn Matt Hardy with a better logic. And he's still not pinning the damn dude. Swinging side slam by Harper. Coming from behind. Full Nelson drop. See what he's got. Dragging him away here. Hardy able to get back up. Throwing him off the ropes. Giving Harper a taste of his own medicine. Off the rope. Big time moonsault. That might be enough. There's 2 and a 2.9 after 3 twists of fates. Will the fourth one do the charm? He'll have to drag him away for the ropes, but he isn't even interested in doing that. Just decides to continue beating him down. And this is allowing Harper more time to come back. Harper throwing him off the ropes. Still nothing happening there. They both collide heads. Harper got up before him to lay in some punishment. Oh, spiked him on his head. There's 2, and no. Kick out at 2 by Hardy. Big time DDT. Off the ropes here, dropping another elbow. Coming off the ropes again, this time with another moonsault, but he's a little too close to the ropes to try to get a pin. Harper may get it off of the sit-down powerbomb, though. There's 1, 2, and no. 2 count there. Gut-wrench suplex by Hardy. Once again boarding the top rope. Once again dropping the elbow. We are 20 minutes in, and I felt like just when I thought, oh, here we go, Harper off the ropes. Huge dive by the big man. Jesus. And it's a 10 count. Here we go. Side slam. We're at 14, 15, 16. Off the ropes. 18, 19, 20. And Luke Harper, surviving 4 twists of fates, comes back out of the ring. Holy cow. Luke Harper in just under 21 minutes. What a dastardly way to win by countout. Surviving as many twists of fates as he did. I thought Hardy had him, but then he physically kicked out of one, and then with the count there, managed to double axe handle him off of the apron and get in before the count of 20. Luke Harper with a rare count-out victory over Matt Hardy. Wow, very very interesting to see. That was a pretty damn good match between them here. I was I didn't think much of this match originally, but that was a very solid match between those two. And we'll see if anything gets a little bit better here as we deal with, I would say, a bit of a wild card. A bit of a wild card match here. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I imagine it might actually go better than I'm expecting here as we get Candice LeRae versus Flamita. What 7-star match? A 7-star match ruined by countout. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like some of the best matches? Imagine like Wrestle Kingdom. Just Kenny, just Omega and Okada going at it. 6-star classic. Better yet, they do that at Dominion. Instead of the draw, they just get to like 59-59 and then Kenny loses by countout or Okada loses by countout. So it's like, technically he didn't win the title. Oh well. Did we have Herb Dean already? I don't think we did. Oh well. Drake Wirtz will be the referee for this. Very interesting matchup, to say the least, here for our third match of the week. Flamita taking on Candice LeRae. Both competitors could really use a win in this contest, and we will see how well this works. I'm sorry. Flamita, of course, has been continuously bringing up the rear end of the pack here with a 1-6 standing right now. If we look back to where he was at last week, we see that he had lost to Luke Harper, who we just saw get the win, and then lost to Sasha Banks 2 weeks ago, Samoa Joe 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago was his last win when he faced Shingo Takagi. And here comes Candice LeRae. Suffered a loss to Tomohiro Ishii in a very strong match between the two. It was a very interesting bout between LeRae and Tomohiro Ishii. She currently sits at 2-5, hoping to bring that up with a win against Flamita here. And here we go. She did actually get a win 2 weeks ago against Xavier Woods, so she is capable of beating some solid talent if need be. Flamita with a nice Hurricane Rana here, flipping her over, going for an early pin. 40 seconds in, he didn't hardly do anything. This is desperation at its worst. Sliding under. Let's see what she's got. No, leg whip. Working on the leg here. Sorry. Back chop by Flamita. Looking. Ooh, nice suplex. It looked like a vertical suplex into a slam. Oh, standing shooting star press. Gets literally a 0 count on Candice, though. That does make sense. Even though Candice has lost her fair bit of matches, it takes quite a bit to kill Candice LeRae here. Feel like Flamita will find that out the hard way tonight. Candice once again now working on the leg. Very smart idea to try to take out the legs here with the constant leg whips and leg submissions. It's a very good idea to maybe consistently take out the legs of Flamita. If he can't pull off some of his amazing moves and he can't fly around too much, he's not going to be a whole lot of anything right now. You ground him and you keep him grounded, and it'll ruin whatever Flamita's chances are of having a solid offense to win a match here. And Candice LeRae has been putting on a kind of almost a clinic against him thus far. It's only been about 4 minutes, but she's done extremely well to keep him grounded, keep him well on the defensive. He's trying some desperation moves here as now we get a strike battle. The overhead chop, but the elbow right on the point of the head managed to make it happen. Oh, trying a nice little roll up there, but too close to the ropes as there was a nice rope break here. Candice smart enough to bring him away from the ropes before he decided to pin him, but only gets a 1 count on that. Throws Candice into the turnbuckle, but no, Candice coming right back into the headlock takeover. Let's see, throwing her back in, and now this time it looks like he's setting up for something. No, Candice, oh my God! Sit-down powerbomb off the second rope as a reversal. Gets a 2 count, but then Flamita goes for a pin. Jesus. What a reversal by Candice LeRae, and now a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Oh, a codebreaker by Flamita. Standing shooting star press. Using what leg strength he has left to pull this off. Doing what he can here. Let's see. But now Candice seems to have gotten control back into this match. I'm wondering if maybe that was the last gasp for Flamita here. His last attempt at trying to get something in this match. He's going to have to dig down deep and find a second wind if he wants to try this. And he might be finding it now. Let's see if he's got it. Nope, Candice once again with a DDT. Flamita seems to be doing what he can to fight back, but isn't just quite rolling stuff together. Stone Cold Stunner, kick in the nuts. And he's right back to where he was. Oh my God, German suplex right into the corner. That has to wreck him. Oh, running into a nice moonsault, but he was too close to the ropes. Flamita now, lung blower into a standing moonsault. 2 and a solid 2 count, but Candice LeRae kicking out. Standing Frankensteiner into a pin, and no, not able to get it. Solid job, but Candice seems to be taking back over on him. And now she seems to have gotten the air back. Oh my God, was that a T-bone suplex by Candice? Jesus, off the ropes into a small package or some form of it. 2.9 though on Flamita. X Factor by Candice LeRae. And now has him in a rear naked choke. Jesus. Candice LeRae. Oh, super kick by Flamita. Now what he's got in mind. Springboard. Flying body press. But no, Candice rolling him up once again. And that was enough to get him. Oh my God. Candice LeRae with the roll-up win here. Flamita took some risks to try to get back into this, but in the end, ends up getting rolled up with a small package, and Candice LeRae is going to walk away with the win over Flamita tonight. And Flamita, once again, is going to be occupying the cellar, and we'll find out later. And actually, no, Shingo is already down there. So Flamita will once again join Shingo Takagi down in the cellar of officially 1-7. Kind of sad to see how both of them have turned out thus far. But you know what? I do know there's at least one person who somewhat pays attention to this. He's not here. Who would be more than elated to find out that Flamita is just completely crapping the bed in this. So I'm not feeling too bad right now. We get to our 4th match. This should be an interesting matchup as well. Like I said, this has been a lot of interesting matchups. Flamita, the Cleveland Browns of the CFC. I would assume then that makes Shingo Takagi like the 49ers of the CFC as well. Like he had that first win and then just kind of crapped the bed after that. Little H, the referee for this contest, Ishii versus Jervis Cottonbelly. Should be quite the interesting matchup to see here. I'm imagining this isn't going to be a catch-as-catch-can classic between the two. Tomohiro Ishii currently sitting tied at 4th, along with the rest of the pack at 4 and 3. Jervis Cottonbelly has been sitting down in the lower end here with 2 and 5. He was sitting with Matt Riddle and Candice LeRae. However, he could be sitting lower if he can't get a win here, because both Candice and Matt Riddle getting a win earlier tonight. So he's got a little bit of pressure on him to try to keep up. Speaking of having a little bit of pressure on him, Jervis Cottonbelly last week lost to Xavier Woods. 2 weeks ago to Kenny Omega. His last win actually came in Week 5's match of the night when he faced Candice LeRae. So he's looking to get back a little bit of that shine from that. So even if he doesn't completely win, he's definitely been a solid in-ring performer. Now he just needs to take those in-ring performances and translate them to victories. Tomohiro Ishii able to break the curse that he had last week with a win. Able to break the sort of slide that he had been on, and I'm thinking he's looking to get back into his dominant position that he had for the first 3 weeks. Jervis is not going to give him an easy time, though. Looking for a pin already, just a minute and a half in. Not anything going with that, though. Just eating elbows, though. That can't be good for Jervis. And a lot of back chops right to the neck. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, an interesting pin combination, but kicked out of immediately. Swinging neck breaker. I don't think you want to be doing neck moves to Tomohiro Ishii. The man has no neck. I don't think you're going to be doing a whole hell of a lot to him. Ishii, no! Well, it looked like he was about ready to get something on him, but moves away with it. And once again, working on the neck of Tomohiro Ishii. I don't think you can hurt a man's neck when he has no damn neck. But I'm not gonna let Jervis. I'm gonna let Jervis think for himself here. See if he can maybe he can put him away. Constant reversals though, as Ishii tries to go for something, but he reverses with bulldogs. Oh my God! Running power slam, picking him up for a nice slam there, and now a stalling vertical suplex, dropping Jervis Cottonbelly, whipping Ishii off the ropes. Let's see, and now once again, throwing his head, beating his head up against the turnbuckle, looking for any sort of innovative pin that he can put against Ishii here. And now we're going to get a strike exchange between the two. Back chop versus uppercut, and Jervis winning with his uppercut. And now we're 5 minutes in. It's been kind of back and forth between them thus far. Jervis with a little bit more, I think a little bit more to his name here. But Ishii is not going to take it lying down. Oh my God, wrecked him with a short arm lariat. But Jervis seems to have shaken it off, as now he's got him into the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 of the 10 punches you would come to expect. But immediately goes into a submission. Ishii able to fight back out, pick him up here. Oh, enziguri right to the back of Jervis's head. Like I said, I wasn't expecting a catch-as-catch-can classic here. I was expecting a lot of brutality, and that's what I'm seeing with this reversal, kicking him right into the corner here. Picking him up. Oh my God, a jumping there's a tombstone and then there's a jumping tombstone. German suplexing him into the corner turnbuckles. Jesus. Deep 6 by Jervis Cottonbelly, working once again on the head and neck. And now, a modified version of what Jervis did to him earlier with the back chops into a spinning back chop, and now consistently just ramming his foot and shin, and now Jervis gonna do the back chop, gonna do the knife edge chops to him. Just a brutal beatdown here. Small little back suplex by Ishii. Once again, just wailing away on his back. Off the ropes. Oh, was that a Superman punch by Jervis? Jesus. And now he's got Ishii in the tree of woe. He's just teeing off on his stomach here. Reversing, and now Ishii not able to get anything into the corner. Jervis whipping him off the ropes. Backdrop nearly went out of the ring, it looked like. But now going to try for another pin here. There's 2, and a 2.9 is Ishii kicking out of that. Oh, belly to belly by Jervis into a drop kick, and now Ishii is in a lot of trouble. He's going to have to get something together here. Oh, stalling brainbuster. Looking for a pin. There's 2 and a 3. And Tomohiro Ishii may have knocked Jervis Cottonbelly out with that brainbuster, as that was enough to take him out. And seemingly, it didn't seem like Jervis had taken too much damage. So I can only imagine the finishing move with that brainbuster being enough to take him out, and Tomohiro Ishii with a win here as he starts moving and grooving again towards the top of the charts. Seems to have come back thus far from the 3 weeks that he couldn't string together a win. And we might see Tomohiro Ishii dominating once again. We are halfway through the week as we go on to match number 5, and that is the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. And he will be taking on none other than Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Should be a very interesting matchup. I don't expect, just as much as I didn't expect anything technical out of the other guys in the last match, I don't expect anything clean out of both of these guys. Both guys like to fight dirty. Both guys like to do absolutely whatever it takes to win. And so this should be a very interesting matchup between Bray Wyatt and Pete Dunne. I will say, after the matches that we have dealt with thus far, I think Ishii and Jervis Cottonbelly, I think if nothing else, with the Harper and Matt Hardy thing ending by countout, might have soured it. I think thus far Ishii and Cottonbelly might have match of the night, but once again we're still not quite to the big matches of the night. Some of the more interesting matchups. We get Bray Wyatt coming out first, part of that 4 and 3 pack, looking to get a win here. Got a win over Matt Riddle last week, and a win over Akira Tozawa, so he is currently on a 2-week winning streak. Lost in week 5, but week 6 and 7 got wins here, looking to keep that moving. Here we have Pete Dunne, who is also part of that big 4 and 3 cluster of people. Dunne with a win over, of all people, Kenny Omega last week. An unlikely win there. Got another unlikely win against Matt Riddle 2 weeks ago. And, once again, got a loss in week 5. So both men currently on a 2-week short little streak between these guys. So one of these guys will walk away with a 3-match streak. So it should be interesting to see how this turns out between them. Like I'm expecting, I'm if there's going to be a match that's going to have blood spilled, I'm thinking it might be this match. It's only a matter of time before the dirty tactics start getting pulled out between these two. Circling between them here, Bray Wyatt seems to be channeling his inner MMA star. Speaking of, arm twist into the shoulder butts for Pete Dunne. Ooh, slap into a uppercut there, throwing him into the corner. Nothing that he was going to do there. Well, now, once again, working on the shoulder. Now, that might be a very good idea for Pete Dunne. I think the Sister Abigail works quite a bit on how the shoulder, on having that arm and shoulder working to keep them in place to do the Sister Abigail. So this might work distinctly to his advantage. And now continuing to work on Wyatt. Wyatt trying to get his way back out of it. Throwing him off. Drop down. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, my God. Did he just throw himself at him? I didn't see anything other than him just physically throw himself at Dunne. Dunne trying something. Oh, my God. Backdrop reversal. Clean out of the ring. Over the ropes. Off the apron and out of the ring. Coming back in, though. Looking to still get a win. And now we got two guys with some hard right hands. Dunne getting the better of him on that exchange, though. And now working on the other shoulder. Like I said, very smart decision by Pete Dunne to be continuing to work on those shoulders. Nice senton by Bray Wyatt. Pete Dunne doing pretty well. Superman punch by Bray Wyatt, and now he's doing some ground and pound, laying in on him, getting some clean shots on him. Bray Wyatt not even able to cover up. Missing an enziguri, though. Pete Dunne seems to have taken a distinct advantage in this matchup here. Throws him out, but no, Bray Wyatt just runs right over him. Oh, discus clothesline. What a gross-looking discus clothesline by Wyatt, though. Dunn able to reverse anything Wyatt could do with that backdrop. Nearly out of the ring was that one. And now looking for a very unique bridging pin. I don't think I've quite seen that thus far. A little too close to the ropes he was, though. Wyatt fighting out of anything Dunn's trying to do. Let's see, got him into a half Boston Crab. But no, fights back out of it is done. But Wyatt fights back out of anything he might do to him. Wyatt finding whatever desperate measures it might take to just to keep Pete Dunne at bay. Oh, and he takes a knee directly into the corner. Picks him up into a gut wrench suplex. It looked like a deadlift gut wrench. Just picked him up straight off the ground for that. Wyatt able to tank that, though, into a Boston Crab. Fought out. Once again, working on the shoulder is Pete Dunne here. Dropping him right on his neck with the backdrop, and now once again laying in some forearms, some elbows. Who knows what he's laying in there? Oh, Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt. He's way too close to the ropes there. He's pretty much right up against the ropes. Tiger Driver. Here's two, and no, kick out by Bray Wyatt. And a second Sister Abigail. This time away from the ropes. Is that going to be enough? 2 and a 2.9. He kicks out of a second Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt seemed to learn a little bit from this first one. Got in a second one. Not enough to put Pete Dunne away, though. Those shoulders seem to have done some distinct damage. And once again, the double underhook powerbomb, and only a 2.9. And now Wyatt, oh my God, was that a belly-to-belly overhead suplex? You don't see too many of those anymore. Big boy senton, Dunne right back up and then right back down. Bray Wyatt off the ropes. Oh my God. Right to the back of the head of Pete Dunne. Continuing to work on his legs with a Boston Crab, though. Dunne is not a big guy, though, so maybe working on his legs a little bit might keep him from being able to lift Bray Wyatt too much. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. Nope, 2.9. Bray Wyatt kicking out. And nice reversal of the vertical suplex. Pete Dunne trying to keep control here. And now into a half Boston Crab of his own. Not quite a full Boston Crab, but that doesn't matter. And huge Uranage just wrecking Pete Dunne. And will that be enough? 1, 2, and 3 count by Bray Wyatt after that devastating Uranage. And that is enough to take him out in 12:49. Bray Wyatt, your victor in this match. Solid match, but I guess technically the stomp came afterwards. But sure, we'll go with that. And there you go. Wyatt with the win over Pete Dunne. And we have officially 3 matches left for this week, and these are arguably the 3 biggest matches I have put on thus far. I feel like if we're gonna really do something, we're gonna put on something. Let's have Samoa Joe come out in classic Samoa Joe outfit for this match. And it only makes sense that we have Akira Tozawa. Let me see. I would say that it probably is black and orange is generally his. He doesn't really do the black and orange so much in WWE, I think, to an extent. Red shoes the referee. That makes a little bit of sense. I mean, neither man I don't think is ever in New Japan. Samoa Joe might have with TNA, but here we go. 6th match. Samoa Joe versus Akira Tozawa. This is going to be a fight. Should be interesting to see how this happens. Samoa Joe, the only man 3 and 4 thus far, looking to perhaps come back a little bit from that. Let's see where he landed last week. A loss to Takashi Yoshida. A loss to Matt Hardy 2 weeks ago. A win against Flamita 3 weeks ago. So he's lost the last 2 weeks and is looking to turn himself around now. Meanwhile, Akira Tozawa, coming hot off of his main event win against Shingo Takagi last week and a loss to Bray Wyatt, his one and only loss to Bray Wyatt 2 weeks ago. Akira Tozawa rolling at the #1 spot right now. And he is ready. And let's get going. Why does it look like Samoa Joe's like already... Oh my god! Already just wrecked him with a powerbomb. Akira Tozawa taking a risk here. Oh, spinning heel kick by Joe, and Tozawa trying to get himself back into it. Test of strength. Neither man able to get it, surprisingly enough. Oh, reversing the kick into a knee bar. Got him out of it. Once again trying a Frankensteiner. Not able to have it happen. Gonna have to keep it simple. Body slam. Body slam is not going to do enough to take out Samoa Joe, especially when we're looking at 2005 Samoa Joe. Oh, but Samoa Joe's got body slams too. Nice snapmare by Tozawa. Kick right to the back of Joe. Knife edge chop. Joe's gonna make him pay. No, he ducks the clothesline. Gets a knee to the chest. Sidewalk slam by Joe. Boston Crab on him. Ugh, another sidewalk slam. Dragging him from one rope to the other physically. Nice knife edge chop once again by Tozawa, but Joe just trying to withstand anything Tozawa can do and take advantage. Third time is not the charm as he gets wrecked with another powerbomb reversal. You'd think he wouldn't do that now. Oh, dropping him down onto... I was expecting maybe a German, but no, drops him down into a senton. And now working again, once again on the leg of Joe. And oh my god, if there's ever a strike battle that I wanted to see, that is the strike battle right there. Just knife edge chop versus knife edge chop as they just started wailing on each other. I wish that could have gone on at least 4 times as long. Devastating kick combination though by Tozawa, but Joe getting back up here. We've reached the 5-minute mark. Joe picking him up. Oh my god. I don't know if that was an elbow, a knee, or a shin that just connected with the back of Tozawa's head, but all I know is something connected with Tozawa's head. Another knife edge chop. He gets 2 knees for his troubles here. Dragging him away. Nice senton by Akira Tozawa. Continuously working on the legs here. Oh, nice Shining Wizard by Akira Tozawa into another senton. Got him with a solid elbow. Now working on the half Boston Crab. Fights back out of it, though. Oh, my God. Immediately muscle buster, and he goes clean out of the ring. Jesus. Red Shoes counting fairly slowly as he's able to get back up at a count of 2. Another Shining Wizard by Akira Tozawa into a senton. Doing what he can against Joe. And once again, a third Shining Wizard. Jesus. Tanking the Death Valley Driver just to continue in on him. Oh, Tozawa just completely tanked that. Just completely tanked and blocked that spinning kick. And now he's going to make him pay for it with all sorts of kicks. Huge combination by Samoa Joe. And now backdrop Samoa Joe right into the ropes. Senton. Another senton. Enziguri right to Joe's head. What has he got planned? Joe fighting out of it. Oh, 2 shots right to the back of Tozawa's head. Looking to concuss him, it looked like. Another devastating powerbomb to Tozawa. Jesus. Series of knife edge chops. Tozawa's up. Misses the big senton off the top. Joe fighting back out of it. Got him up. Death Valley Driver. Tozawa immediately back up for an elbow combination. Tanking everything Joe's throwing at him. Joe reversing it, though. Into a Boston Crab. As we're going to see. No, he isn't going to give up. Fighting back out of it. Joe. Muscle buster, and he goes clean out of the ring again. And he is worse for wear. He gets back in it, too. Tozawa tanking everything he can at Joe. Knife edge chop battle. Roaring elbow by Tozawa. And Takeri by Tozawa. And the bridging German. My God. What an ending by Tozawa. Samoa Joe threw everything at him in this match. A 12-minute sprint. An absolute maniacal match. I don't give a shit if that says 87. That was a 100 in my books. Tozawa took everything that Samoa Joe had, hit him with everything. Finally, a bridging German suplex. Match of the night easily, and we still have 2 left. My God. And Akira Tozawa once again securing himself at the top. I don't care if that's only an 87 and Hardy and Harper was a 98. That was match of the night. That was an amazing match between the 2 guys. My God. And now to follow that is Sasha Banks and Takashi Yoshida. This should be an interesting matchup as well. Once again, Banks coming off of a loss. Nick Patrick, the referee for this contest. Let's go into match number 7. Good Lord. Let's take a look real quick. Sasha Banks also towards the top end of that 4 and 3 cluster, looking to separate herself from that. As several guys with the 4 and 3 ended up getting a win tonight to secure themselves in 5 and 3, and we'll see if Sasha Banks can make that happen. Tonight she of course lost last week to Matt Hardy after having a 4-match win streak. Speaking of win streaks, though, 5 weeks thus far for Takashi Yoshida. Samoa Joe last week. Shingo Takagi 2 weeks ago. Bray Wyatt 3 weeks ago. Pete Dunne 4 weeks ago. And Matt Riddle 5 weeks ago. That's where we're at thus far. 5 straight weeks of wins for Takashi Yoshida. And we're going to see if Sasha Banks can be the one to stop him. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, my God. Immediately up and press slams her. Using his absolute strength over Sasha Banks here. Tanking everything she's got. Wow, trailer hitch submission here. And Sasha trying to fight back out of it with everything she can. Oh, just gets wrecked with an elbow, though. Misses the clothesline. Gets a kick. Sasha's considered the upset pick by the audience here. Oh, my God. I don't know. Takashi. Yoshida is just plowing those elbows into Sasha Banks' face. Good Lord. Nice body slam by Sasha Banks. Oh, my God. How many of these elbows are you going to plow into her nose? Dear Christ, man. Come on. Sasha fighting back out of it with a dropkick. He tanks the dropkick, though. Off the ropes. Let's see what he's got. Oh, nice back body drop by Sasha Banks. And now got him with a bank statement, but he's right up against the ropes. Early enough already, less than 3.5 minutes in. Bouncing off the ropes. Once again, holding onto the ropes twice. Not able to get enough on him. And here's a nice strike exchange between Sasha Banks and Takashi Yoshida. Yoshida once again plowing another elbow into her face. But now she's going to toss him to the outside. Nick Patrick only to the count of 1 here. Oh, my God. 2 bear paws. Oh, deadlift German. No, he gets caught in a bank statement, though. Trying for it and not successful, though. Sasha getting those desperate times already. The palm strikes. We're 5 minutes in. Oh, my God. How many of these are you going to do? This poor woman. Oh, now locking in another submission here. Working on that neck, cranking on that neck. If she can get in the bank statement again, who knows? She might be able to get that upset victory over him. Whipping off the ropes. No, just runs her over with his size and then does it again. Overhead punch. Lots of knife edge chops by Sasha. Boarding the top rope, but thinks better of it. Looked like maybe she knew he was going to play possum. Continuing the knife edge chops. Off the ropes, still nothing. Oh, God, just slams her with authority on that body slam. Another knife edge chop, this time while running. There you go. Frog splash by Sasha Banks and a 2 count on Takashi Yoshida. Yoshida, oh my God, laying an elbow into the back of her head. Another deadlift German. But Sasha once again locking in right on the neck, but too close to the ropes is what she was. Oh, and once again the bank statement, but once again right up against the ropes. Yoshida's been getting lucky thus far. Short arm clothesline. Picking her up here. Reversing any attempt at offense here. Now this she's had the bank statement on him several times, but always just been a little unlucky to have him just a little too close to the ropes. Into the corner. Let's see what Sasha's got. Back elbow. But no, Yoshida coming back again. Let's see what he's got. Oh my God. Just these big bear paw swipes by Yoshida. Still working with what she can do. Big splash right up against the ropes again, though. Uh-oh. Hooking her in. Jackhammer! But also, once again, right up against the ropes here. And now she's going to go for a pin on him. 2 and no. Solid 2 count, though. For that. Oh, my God. Just those fucking street fighting ratchet-ass slapdowns. Oh. Wrecking her with a jackknife, though. Drop toe hold. Sasha fighting. Sasha fighting for what she has. Oh, I don't know if she hit the frog splash or not. I think she missed it. Oh, my God. Just taking 2 big haymakers. Oh, my God. Military press slam into a cutter. Yoshida not fooling around, but Sasha with the big boot. Coming off with the frog splash, but he was up against the ropes. Now throwing Yoshida off the ropes. Let's see what she's got for him on the outside. Throwing him into the barricade. Russian leg sweep here on Yoshida. Maybe she realizes she can't officially take him out. But no, Yoshida coming back in. I was thinking Sasha was maybe looking for a count-out victory. Count-out victory is still a victory nonetheless. And once again, hitting a frog splash. And I think she might have a distinct advantage over Yoshida now. I might have spoken too soon because she just got completely annihilated once again with a big clothesline, a jackknife powerbomb, double axe handle to the back of the head. Getting kicked. Back in. No, reversing with a nice snapmare. She's away from the ropes now. Maybe she can get in a bank statement. No. Yoshida fighting back out of it, though. Oh, there it is. There it is. Got the bank statement, but once again, right up against the ropes. Very smart on Yoshida to stay there. Michinoku driver. Sasha's right back up, though, after that Russian leg sweep. Picking Yoshida up. Big body slam. I got to say, if she can just get the bank statement in on him now that he's far away from the ropes, it'd be an idea. Oh, my God. Military press slam into a cutter. Not able to have anything happen. There's a nice big boot by Sasha. Once again, she's been able to get in the bank statement quite a few times. I have not seen a cyber bomb quite yet. Because I believe it's a sit-down power bomb as a cyber bomb. So here we go. Back to the knife edge chops. 4 solid ones. Frog splash right to the back of Yoshida. She is fighting. She is fighting to get this back and end Yoshida's streak. Once again with the knife edge chops. Doing everything she can to keep him at bay. Another frog splash to the back. Sasha Banks up top again. Another frog splash. Is this a Tanahashi match or what? The constant high fly flows off the top rope. Pointing with the finger guns. Drop kick by Sasha Banks. She has him where she wants him. Russian leg sweep. Let's see if she can get anything to happen here. Coming from behind, but no, Yoshida coming back. She did such a good job keeping him at bay here. Yoshida, though, maybe looking for something. Vertical suplex, and Yoshida goes clean out of the ring. Dropped right onto the apron. But he is back in. She's going to need to stay on him. Oh, Michinoku driver by Yoshida, though. And, coming back once again with the reversals with the palm strikes. Jesus, 19 minutes in. Off the ropes here. Missing, ducking with the clothesline. Right to there. Not quite the longest match yet. We did have Harper and Hardy go just under 21 minutes, so they got another solid minute if they wanted the longest match yet. Right to the back of the neck here. Oh, 3-point stance, tackled her. And no, bank statement. Is this a bank statement? Yes, it is, and that's enough to get him. Right at the 20-minute mark, she was able to get it locked in. Bank statement by Sasha Banks, finally away from the ropes, and that was enough. Kept him at bay long enough. They just called it a ground headlock. Who cares? Sasha Banks with the upset win over Takashi Yoshida. Finally locks it in away from the ropes and takes out his undefeated streak. It ends at 5 weeks for Takashi Yoshida as he will take the loss, and Sasha Banks with a solid win coming back into the fray. That gives her officially 5 wins in the last 6 weeks. Holy cow. Well, a very, very strong match. I'm not quite sure if it was quite Joe versus Tozawa. Joe versus Tozawa was crazy, especially that ending. That is very, very close, though. That is the difference right there between like your 5.75 stars and your 6 stars. That was very, very close, though, between them. And we go into the main event. God, can you imagine if this does not can this live up to the previous 2 matches? I guess we'll find out if this will live up to it. And we kind of already had Little Nate be it. I don't want to do Mr. Judgment. Let's see. Shane McMahon, the referee for this contest, maybe has a slight bias over a SmackDown Live cohort in Xavier Woods. I don't know if this is going to play any sort of deal here into this Woods Omega main event, but here we go. 2 of the top guys in CFC taking it on. This is tonight's main event. Xavier Woods coming out. Of course, he is sitting at number 2, 5-2, right behind Akira Tozawa. Of course, Tozawa getting the win, so his best case scenario is to stay 1 behind him if he can beat Kenny Omega tonight. But if he loses to Kenny Omega, he will have the same record as they will both be 5-3. Kenny Omega currently at a 4-3 record, looking to break away from the pack here. There's a lot of people that actually walked away with that 4-3, managed to break away from the pack and get that 5th win here. But we look real quick. Xavier Woods last week of the win over Jervis Cottonbelly. Omega losing to Pete Dunne in last week's match of the night. So we'll see if Kenny Omega can come back from that. Here we go. Knife edge chop. Oh, overhead chop. Test of strength. Omega getting the better of him on that one. But no, Woods coming back out of it now. Both trying a lot of strikes here. Getting behind him. Double axe handle by Woods. Off the ropes we go. Kicking him right in the knee, and a nice flip senton by Xavier Woods. Starting out strong as both these guys, pacing around the ring a little bit. Bionic elbow by Woods. Omega trying to get something. Nice knife edge chop. But Woods throws him to the corner, and Omega throws him out of the ring. The Bullet Club taunt. And I don't think Xavier is going to like much of that. That knife edge chop here. Once again, getting around each other in the ring. Punches in the headlock. Let's see if they can do something about it. There you go. Snap bear by Kenny Omega. More knife edge chops, this time by Xavier Woods. Kenny ain't playing that, though, with the straight kicks there. Woods going to make him pay with his kicks, though, with that leg wrench. Trying to whip him off. Doesn't get anything. Elbow right to the back. Doesn't get anything there either. And here we go. Strike battle. Overhead punch versus the knife edge chop. And Kenny Omega with the knife edge chop. Getting the better of him on that one. Woods going to still continuously work the leg here. And wait a minute. Oh, full Nelson. I think that was a dragon suplex. The only thing I could say that I enjoy, the only thing that I could at least say for that is it wasn't off the top rope like we usually see it. So he didn't quite kill Xavier Woods on that one. But he is going to get behind him. No, Xavier Woods with a nice roll-up. Not able to get anything, though. TNA kicks by Kenny Omega. Eats a Series of strikes here by Woods. Woods able to get him in, fight back out. No, missing the spinning back kick there. Picking him up. Let's see what he's got. No, another knife edge chop. Whipping him into the corner. Nothing. Both these men keeping themselves in check. Got their wits about them here. Going for the pin, but doesn't able to get it. Mounted punches here. And I think he might have busted him open. No, he didn't. It started to look like maybe he had busted Kenny Omega open, but he did not. And oh, nice. Nice kick there. Both men down. Coming back up, though. Missed with a spinning kick into a DDT. Xavier Woods just so smooth with his reversals. I got to tell you that much. One of the best when it comes to that. Oh, couldn't block that overhead chop or the elbow right to his face. Oh, another massive strike combination. Now working the ground and pound on Kenny Omega. Omega able to fight him off, though. Another overhand chop by Omega. Off the ropes. Now, once again, oh, nice arm drag reversal by Omega, but Woods is able to get up before him and able to take advantage here. Looking for a pin. There's a solid 2 count on Kenny Omega. Now they'll do it. Both men off the ropes. Oh! Knee there. Running into a moonsault. Doesn't get it. Too close to the ropes. 2 stiff kicks. Into the back. Another moonsault right to the back of Xavier Woods. Mahistral. Not able to get it. Too close to the ropes. Xavier throwing him into the corner. Then, into the second rope. Let's see if he's got it. 619 by Xavier Woods. And will that be enough? 2.9 kick out by Kenny Omega. I got to tell you, if you're an up, up, down, down fan or a fan of fighting games, this is the ultimate battle. Omega versus Woods. Oh, my God. Front suplex only gets a 2 count as we're 10 minutes in. These guys are pulling out their big guns already. And a drop there as he throws him out of the ring. And what was Kenny Omega doing there? Taunting in the crowd, but Woods grabbing the stick now. Oh, hits him in the gut with it. Kenny Omega had enough of that. V-trigger. V-triggers him. Now Code Red, though. He tanked it, and Code Reds him. And no 2 count by Kenny on Kenny Omega. Omega getting behind him. Wait a minute. One-winged angel by Kenny Omega. That might be it, too. And a 3 count. Just like that. Kicking out of the Code Red. And like it was next to nothing to deal with him. Kenny Omega quickly dispatches of Xavier Woods. Not quite the match I was thinking was going to happen in the main event. Certainly not quite to the level as the previous 2 and even 3 matches. But Kenny Omega with a strong win over Xavier Woods, cementing himself. And he will wind up just in the same area as Xavier Woods now, as they are back to being dead even, as he quickly dispatches him. I gotta say, honestly, it does feel like just a little bit, just a wee bit of a disappointment to see Omega dispatch him as quickly as he did. However, I am glad to see Kenny Omega with the win here. Of course, I would say easily Joe versus Tozawa with match of the night. An incredible match, very hyped to watch, an amazing finish. I would say, though, Sasha Banks and Yoshida absolutely stand out as well. I think they're the closest that you can get to match of the night contenders, but I got to give it to Joe versus Tozawa for that amazing finish that led to Tozawa's win. But props to Sasha Banks for getting the upset win over Yoshida tonight. I don't know if it was so much of an upset win as much as it might have been last week when she had, maybe it was an upset loss. When she lost to Matt Hardy. Either way, though, that is Week 8 of CFC. Just a quick rundown of what is going to happen in Week 9. Let's take a look at this. Kenny Omega taking on Bray Wyatt. That should be an interesting matchup, to say the least. Xavier Woods versus Tomohiro Ishii. That should be interesting as well. Tomohiro Ishii has been looking to continue his reign here. I believe they're both now 5-3 officially, so that are two guys at the top of the charts here that are going to be fighting one another. Pete Dunne and Shingo Takagi. Shingo, of course, is going to be looking for some form of a win. I don't know if he'll be able to get it against Pete Dunne, though. Flamita also in that same boat. He's going to be facing Jervis Cottonbelly. Not sure if that's going to be a good win for Flamita either, if he can take out Jervis. And, my God. This, I think if Woods and Ishii might potentially be... that might potentially be our main event, but this is not going to be a pretty fight. Matt Riddle versus Samoa Joe next week. And that should be, when I say that matches aren't going to be catch-as-catch-can classics, they're going to be hard-hitting brawls. I can't imagine anything that's going to be more of a hard-hitting brawl than Matt Riddle versus Samoa Joe. My God, that would be an amazing match in real life to watch. Oh man, we also have Candice LeRae taking on Matt Hardy. Oh, this should be another interesting match here. Akira Tozawa versus Sasha Banks. Should be a very interesting match here. Sasha Banks able to get her win back and take out Takashi Yoshida. Now she has the top guy in the company to face next week in Akira Tozawa. Will she be able to withstand Tozawa like she was able to withstand Yoshida? We will find that out. And then Luke Harper against Takashi Yoshida. We will also find out if Yoshida can come back after his, if maybe it was just a fluke losing to Sasha Banks this week, or if perhaps Luke Harper can get him and also maybe count him out. Who knows? Luke Harper also getting back into it as well. I think he's now 5-3. I didn't quite check. Luke Harper would have gotten a win, so he'd be 5-3 right now officially. So and a loss for Yoshida means that he's going to be 5-3. So there's going to be a lot of 5-3 guys. I think once I tally everything up for next week. Sorry about the sniffing. It's just the season changes that are just killing me. But there you have it. Week number 8 of CFC is in the books. A lot of great matches. I think. There was a fair bit of hype for anyone who was watching, a fair bit of hype for last week, after last week and this week. Definitely at least 2 or 3 of those matches delivered. Maybe not quite the main event. I think in hindsight I could have structured it slightly better, but either way, solid matches all around. And we had the rundown of week 9, and that will be it. Oh man, and yeah, it is almost 6 a.m. here, so I am looking to wind myself down and call it a day. So thank you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate you guys coming and hanging out through College Hoops, through an hour plus of this. Like I said, I appreciate that, you guys coming and doing that. And for those of you who continue to watch this on YouTube, like I said, I know it's not a ton of you. But I do appreciate every person who does continue to watch this. So thank you so much for doing that. And I will see you guys on the next week.